This is great. Sorry we ran out of tables for those of you in the chairs, but my name is Debbie Jacob. Welcome. First things first, please, everybody, turn off your ringers on your cell phones. There's nothing worse than having a phone ring in the middle of a presentation. So thank you all for coming. We've had a couple of mini presentations recently to recruit some new members, and as a result we have 8 new members from those presentations, and I'm happy to see that most of them arrived, and I think we have 3 new members that joined today, so that's great. As we continue to grow our membership, which is currently at 230, well with the 3, 238, we're making a real impact in the greater Sarasota area. Prior to this meeting, our total contributions, donations to the Sarasota community to 13 different charities totals $312,395. Congratulations to us. Who knew in January of 2018 that we would accomplish this? This is really fabulous. I recently read an article about how some adults have had to suspend some of their donations because they simply could not afford to give. It did, however, acknowledge that giving circles, such as 100 Women Who Care, have made a huge difference. I'm not sure if the nonprofits in this room will agree with this statement, but they say that nonprofits prefer to not have an over-reliance on large, affluent givers because they feel vulnerable to the interests of a few powerful people versus a community of supporters. Large numbers of small gifts give charities independence. Groups such as us have a real place in the philanthropy world. Thank you all for being part of it. Some good news in the last couple months is that we're going to be getting some free exposure. SRQ magazine is dedicating their December issue to philanthropy, and we were chosen as one of the 3 local giving circles that were interviewed. So hopefully I didn't say anything that I shouldn't have said. We will share the article with the membership when it's released, in case you don't get birds. Please try to remember to let us know if you have a new mailing address. This is important for the chosen charity so that they can get their thank you and tax acknowledgments out to you. Do we not have any more chairs for our ladies in the back?
Somebody else.
Anybody have empty seats at our table or at your table?
We have 2 in here. Yeah, we have this, somebody's purse.
That's me. Okay, and there's chairs here too if you want to just sit in a chair. It's up to you. Lastly, our next meeting will be held on March 5th, so please mark your calendars. If you know other members who don't always attend our meetings, please encourage them to come. The chemistry of the meeting can only be better if we can get more members attending. But, I mean, this is great, but you can see how many name tags are still on the table, so a lot of members choose not to come, which is fine. We'll take their money. Before we move on to the presentations, I'd like to remind all of you about our pitching procedures. If you have put your name in the hat, but were not drawn out of the hat to make a presentation, you can try again at our next meeting. If you were drawn from the hat, but were not selected to receive the donation, you can try again at the next meeting. There really are no limitations as to how many times you can try. If, however, you were lucky enough to receive our donation, then you must wait at least 2 years before you can put your name in the hat again. We have several names in the hat today, so that's very exciting. It makes me personally happy because I'm always nervous about whether we're going to get enough members to put their name in the hat. But I'm always reminded that I shouldn't be so nervous because we always end up with several names submitted, but that's just me being me. So on that note, let the pitches begin. We will pick our first name out of the hat and go from there.
Sarasota Children's Museum.